Hi, my name is Alyona Zhuravlyova and today I'm going to present Simon effect. Simon effect refers to the finding that reaction times are usually faster and more accurate when the stimulus occurs in the same relative location as the response, even if the stimulus location is irrelevant to the task. Richard Simon was the first who published the effect in the late 1960s. Simon's original explanation for the effect was that there is an innate tendency to respond toward the source of stimulation. The Simon effect may seem similar to the Stroop effect. However, the Stroop effect comes from the stimulus identification, while the interference that occurs in the Simon effect occurs in the response selection stage. During response selection, a person uses a rule to translate the relevant stimulus dimension, usually shape or color, to the correct left or right response. However, the location dimension of the stimulus, its position on the screen, overlaps with the relevant stimulus dimension, left or right. Because of this, the irrelevant location dimension of the stimulus activates the corresponding response and interferes with the making a response to the non-corresponding side. As a result, same-side responses are faster and more accurate than opposite-side responses. A typical case of the Simon effect involves placing a participant in front of a computer monitor and a panel with two buttons on it, which he or she may press. In our case, it's a keyboard. The participant is told that the button M from the right side of the keyboard corresponds to red, and to press the button M from right side when he sees something red appear on the screen. He was told that the button Z on the left side of a keyboard corresponds to green, and to press the button Z from the left side when he sees something green appear on the screen. Participants are usually told to ignore the location of the stimulus and base their response on the task-relevant color. Participants typically react faster to red lights that appear on the right-hand side of the screen by pressing the button on the right of their panel. Reaction times are typically slower when the red stimulus appears on the left-hand side of the screen and the participant must push the button on the right of their panel. The same, but vice versa, is true for the green stimuli. According to the Simon himself, the location of the stimulus, also irrelevant to the task, directly influences response selection due to an automatic tendency to react towards the source of stimulation. Neurologically, there could be involvement of dorsolateral prefrontal cortex as well as anterior cingulate cortex, which is thought to be responsible for conflict monitoring. The Simon effect shows that location information cannot be ignored and will affect decision making, even if the participant knows that the information is irrelevant. Let's go through one experiment from the article Stimulus-Response Compatibility and the Simon Effect. Stimulus-response compatibility is an easy-to-observe phenomenon. It occurs when there is a convenient and intuitive way to respond to a stimulus. If you are right-handed, a cup handle on the right side of a cup matches the grip position and location of your right hand much more easily than of the left hand. In other words, in this example, the cup's handle is more compatible with your right than with your left hand. Now let's observe an experiment. First, the participant is just waiting and concentrating. Second, the participant sees a stimulus and needs to analyze it, that is, match it with the response. Third, the response must make a decision and respond. Typically, these three steps will take less than 4 seconds. In both trials, the participant has to press the left button because the stimulus says left. In this example, the experimental condition is compatible because the stimulus position corresponds to the response. But the other example, the experimental condition is incompatible because the stimulus position doesn't correspond to the word and the required response. Could it be that the left hand responds more quickly to all stimulus that appears left and the right hand to all stimulus that appears right? Stimulus-response compatibility is caused by an anatomical link between stimuli and responses, whereby left stimuli are responded to quickest by the left hand and right stimuli by the right hand. Your prediction is that the left hand would still respond quickest to left position stimuli. If it's only the relative location of the effectors that matters, then the crossing of the arms should make no difference at all. In the real world, the Simon effect has important implications. Primarily, it shows that location information cannot be ignored and will affect decision making, even if the user knows that the information is irrelevant. The Simon effect must be taken into account in design of man-machine interfaces. Good interfaces display information in ways that match the types of responses people should make. Let's go through one example. Imagine that you're flying a plane, and the left engine has a problem. The indicator for that engine should be to the left of a corresponding indicator for the right engine. If it's the other way around, you may respond incorrectly to the indicator and adjust the wrong engine. That could be problematic. That is all about Simon effect. Thanks for watching me.